In the same country known for slavery, known for oligarchies and corruption, in the serious Krasnodar Krai province of Russia, southwest of Moscow, there is a racing event about to go underway as qualifying has already begun and the first lap has been set by Gemini. Welcome to the Sirius Autodrom, better known as Sochi, host of the Russian Grand Prix all the way up until 2021. And then, of course, world events flip that on its head. Past winners, Hamilton, Bottas, the two most dominant drivers around this circuit as of recent times. And today, it is anybody's game. Hamilton dominant in the Mercedes, and it is a Mercedes that is poised to strike around this track. Wyside looking to claw his way back into the lead of the championship after losing out by 1 point now to Pedro with just 3 races to go in the season. Wet conditions expected at the start. It's going to get worse. It's going to rain all the way through lap 20 before it dries out for a final 10-lap dry stint at the end of this race. So these drivers a lot on their plates. Let's head now to the brunt of quali. 12 minutes to go. So we're on board with Clams right now, who has set the fastest time, and although it is in 240p, he is the pace setter for the moment, followed by Astra and Gemini. 121.3, good pace around here.
That was such a beautiful intro.
In fact, that's, oh my gosh, that's actually good pace. Wow. Where'd that come from? So, anything on the table, of course, dry quality. The stream to the Discord is in 240 pixels for me. Let me know if anyone else agrees. Chat, what do we think? Is it in 240p? Or am I just tripping? Someone let me know immediately. No, like me seeing it from here. Or am I tripping? Huh. Yeah, it's in 240p. Confirmed. No, the one in the Discord stream, bro. We can't see. Bro can't commentate. But I can tell you right now that as the lap times fly across the board, there is a lot of red. But oh my gosh, Wyside purple sector. Let me cover this off real quick. Wyside purple running P6 on the board, hasn't set a time. So
Where did you go? Where did V-Leg go? V-Leg, if you're trying to talk, I can't hear you.
to go in quali.
Alright, now I can hear you.
Yay! Alan DC running backwards right now to make another lap. Leroy! Oh my god! Lightning's gonna set the fastest lap out of anybody on fresh softs with a 120.7. Alright, now who's gonna be the first driver to break into the lower 120s, potentially even the 119s, if they're feeling risky as a Red Bull? They're almost bidding itself into the wall. Don't you fanatics is driving for the Mercedes team? Monsieur Donjon, did you get your shine by the Mercedes drivers? Because if not, then I think this is a penalty. What? Anyway. So Lero A little bit. Lero backing his way up right now, getting ready to go again as Dungeon bailed from his lap. So a lot of good sectors being set, but not a lot of actual times on the board for these drivers. Both Dungeon and my side looking strong, but not yet putting in a time. So with 8.5 minutes to go, yet to see what will happen. Alan not improving through 1, but does improve through Sector 2. So if he can get a very nice Sector 3 here, he can claw back a couple of tenths towards Lightning, but I doubt he passes him for pole position with how this lap is going. 120.7 is very good. And again, keep an eye on Math Kiddo, 3rd in the championship. We'll see what he's able to do. And is Math even on a lap yet, as Alan does improve. Alan improves by a lot, actually. However, so his Sector 2 is very strong, and he's going to be the second driver now to break into the sub 121. So good stuff from him. Clam and Asher now falling down the order a little bit. Kylie running P6 at the moment. Sector time's up again. What? Bro doesn't know. Does he know? Guys, does he know YouTube thumbnail.gif? It is L, I think. No. That's what we're taking in Iran right now. Fat L's. All right. As 7 minutes to go in quali. 3 Mercedes again. What? Who? What? 3?
3 Mercedes.
Monsieur, Dungeon Fanatics needs to switch back to push.
Guys, don't forget.
No, there's only two. There's only dos. Muchos tengo dinero.
Oh wow.
Sorry. What is wrong with me today?
Anyways, don't forget, guys, viewers, that all feedback is highly recommended.
33.
Can you shut up? We always try to enhance the broadcast, so if you would like to give your great opinions, make sure to DM me or email me. Thank you.
Can you shut up?
Bro.
33. You're in the stage. You need to perform today for your team, for the constructors.
Bro, yeah, exactly.
Williams has pulled ahead of you. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's all on you. Dungeon, fastest lap, 120.538. So Williams looking strong again. So is the Mercedes team for now. We'll see what 33 is able to post.
Does he know?
A couple drivers backtracking here.
Does he know? Does he know?
Does he?
Does he know? Alright, we got 5:47 and counting.
YSI at the moment flying through Sector 2, but an invalidation in 1 means this lap will not count. So potentially getting some practice in
YSI is my
before
favorite
he
driver.
does the same thing that he did in PO23 this morning, where he set his time on the very last lap. So potentially using this qualifying session to push to the limit, explore, figure out just how quick he can go on each corner, just how tight he can get every apex. So more so for race trim than quali trim. Even if you qualify P5 or 6, you're still very much in the mix. It doesn't make that much of a difference because it is no collisions between these drivers and their vehicles. Williams sideways there in 3. Couple cars backtracking is Gemini making his way to the line. There's one of the McLarens crossing. That was Math Kiddo. Was it not? No, it was not. Math Kiddo has in fact moved teams.
Oh wow.
So what the hell? Wait a minute. who's driving the other one? Bro, stop signing team. There has to be a rule at some point. Like, just stop moving people around with 3 races to go on this season. Holy crap. It's Zyro. Okay. Zyro, by the way, who has technically not been a PFL driver for like the last 3 weeks, kind of making a one-off appearance now for McLaren today. And it's kind of an interesting story, the fact that he hasn't raced for 3 weeks. What type of result he's expecting today, I'm unsure. But to bring it home, at minimum, in the top 10 would be decent for him, considering that he's probably a bit rusty. 3 weeks make all the difference. And in fact, as I say he's rusty, he absolutely bent it into the wall. You absolute muffin.
Huh.
I was going to say a word that started with R that came to mind first, but I remembered we are streaming.
Nah, you can say it. I'm kidding. No, don't say it. Don't say it. We do not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a record attendance in this stage. We'll hold y'all here till lights out and away we go, and from there you can do with what you will, but it's going to be interesting with the fact that it's all on wet. Sochi. Some drivers would say it's cursed. Today, oh my god. Dungeon running P1 right now again. Pedro, by the way, that's who it was, moves himself up to 4th position with a 120.8. So I was trying to, like, I look away for 1 second, and then I look back, and another driver's moved into the top 5. It was Pedro, and that was a great lap for him. His Dungeon is going to go ahead and clear himself by a couple more kilometers. Theoretical, hypothetical ones, of course. Every 10th is basically half a kilometer of distance between these drivers. That is how tight the gap is. So when you see someone ahead of each other by 5/10, that is insane. Ysai is going to say, hold on, I'm going to do you one as well. Put himself less than a 10th behind Dungeon. And you've got time here for really prep time, one aborted lap. You've got time for really one good flying lap, maybe 2, but probably just 1 by the time you backtrack for Dungeon and Ysai now. So Lightning is flying through Sector 2. Look at the reds. Look at the reds on the sector times. Absolutely insane amount of invalidations right here.
Wait, Villanueva, so since we didn't broadcast the last 2 Grand Prix, would you like to update the viewers on what happened?
God, I don't remember what happened, to be fair.
What about Las Vegas?
So, I was not there for Vegas. However, Williams was able to secure the victory with Pedro winning the race, and because of that, Williams has moved themselves into P1 in the Constructors. Pedro's moved P1 Drivers' Championship. And like I said, the point between him and Ysai is a singular point. That's all that's separating these two for the Drivers' Championship. Meanwhile, Williams has built a slightly bigger buffer in the Constructors, so the gap right now is 11 points between them and Merck.
Right.
So 33 here, running P6. Ysai's teammate, who, by the way, like, when you're teammates with Ysai, it's like being teammates with Verstappen, okay? But 33 has pace, and sometimes we don't give him enough credit for that. If he can get a good result alongside Ysai today, if they finish ahead of the Williams, they are set up for the last 2 races. What are the last 2 races, you may be asking? Next week, we head to Qatar.
Wait, 2
and
more
following
races
that,
left
the
in the
season-ending race in Saitama. What?
There's 2 more races?
Yes, bro.
Damn. I didn't even know that.
So the championship, very, very close at the moment. With 45 seconds to go in quali. It's Dungeon, Ysai, Eurofi, Alan, Pedro, 33. Math, Split, Clam, and Astor, which were the 2 drivers to set laps at the beginning. Dungeon receives his final warning that he's not on the Mercedes team. He needs to go drive for Porsche. And that is true. So the Mercedes FIA action will not be taken against Merc here. If it goes against anyone, it's going to go against Dungeon, simply because of the fact that Ysai and 33 are doing this, and they don't really have any say, and they have not asked Dungeon to run on track with their car's livery. As a Audi there going wide in the background, not sure which driver that was, and it looks like it was Jose. Jose Sardina, bro. Let's go.
All right, that's the end of
Ysai now. This is going to be his last lap. If he was able to cross the line, it looks like he was, and no improvement. So Dungeon not improving either out front. So again, the order kind of still staying the same. Alan is on a lap. And Alan sets a 27.3. Lightning at a 27.5, but has bailed from his lap. So Alan up the field right now, looking to improve. And is he able to now is the question, coming out of the final 2 corners onto the straightaway here at Sochi. As Alan makes his way to the line, 120.8, is he going to improve? And he does, gets a 727, which is a great aircraft, but unfortunately it's not enough to move himself up the leaderboard. Ysai invalidates Sector 2, and it looks like Dungeon has also bailed from the lap, and that might in fact be quali for the top 5 contenders. So 33 is going to hold on to P6, Pedro P5, Alan 4th, Lightning's running P3. Good lap from him early, not able to improve much more though. And Ysai and Dungeon hold on to spots 1 and 2. Front row for those two, which always seem to get into trouble.
All right,
Anyway.
we'll be right back with the race.
Yeah, JJ, oh, there goes Edie. He gets hit once, twice, up and in the air.
So you're looking live now at the grid with Dungeon Fanatic sitting on pole position and finally driving the actual car he should be. Sitting in the Porsche with Ysai to the right side of him. You can see the drivers on intermediates, rain 25%. It's going to be a bit tricky out there to start this race, but nothing these drivers can't handle. There's the call, rain increasing from lap 2 to 12 to 80. So over the next 11 racing laps following the first, it'll increase to 80%, which will cause some of these drivers to have to box for wets. You could technically do inters on 80, but it's not a great idea. A lot riding on this. You can see the two Williams and the two Mercedes. They're locked in a battle for the constructors out front. And not sure who's going to be favored around Sochi. One of the only tracks where almost no one is favored. It's simply a track that wants to screw you over at every opportunity. Dungeon in the solo Porsche on pole. Allen in P4 making an appearance with the McLaren team now. Of course, him and Dungeon were teammates with Peugeot at the start of this season. Now, enemies. Who's gonna come home with the victory? It's gonna be over 30 laps of racing action. What are we in for today, lads? The stewards are making their final preparations. It is a full grid. Look at the field, the amount of cars as we await lights out from the line whenever they decide to do it. I can't see, but trust me, it's on its way. Don't worry. We'll get them at some point here. As soon as they cross the line, we'll have a picture. They're told to watch the lights. You can hear the cars revving, and now they're out. So here we go. Away at Sochi, Russian Grand Prix. First straightaway, first turn in the rain. And it's the Mercedes moving up in the picture. Alongside Allen up front, it's Wysai and Allen up two, maybe the front leading positions, in the Williams looking strong as well. There may have been a car that went off already in turn one. You've got to get used to 25% rain on the fly. It was not this in quali. You haven't already had experience with it today. It can be a bit of a switch. Couple cars go wide in the background. I think that was Tim almost into the wall in the background. Lightning into the lead of the race, followed by Wysai. Allen and Dungeon at each other's throats behind. 33 in the mix as well. Pedro's gonna lose a bit of time. His teammate Lightning opening up the gap already on lap one. And there's the Williams using those Duracell batteries full deploy, trying to pull away. Wysai, Allen, Dungeon, Math, Pedro, 33, all within a second and chasing. Wysai wants to win this race. He has to at least finish ahead of Pedro for the drivers. Constructors on the line, as we said as well. The Mercs need to finish ahead if they want a chance next week in Qatar. But for now, Lightning's gonna lead them through the last two corners onto the straightaway, barring any sort of slip up. And there's already one DNF, and it's Math Kiddo! Math Kiddo is dead! Dead to rights on the backstretch. He's out. Looks like he hit the wall in Sector 2, and that's that. Now Lightning under attack from Wysai. So Math Kiddo, who qualified well, now out of this race. Now two DNFs, and there's another man falling down the order. Is that Tim, the Ferrari who ran wide? Now also out of the race. Two DNFs, and it's only lap 2. So really 2 and 1. Not the type of special at the grocery store that I'm interested in, but still out front. It is a battle of champions between Lightning, Wysai, Dungeon. Pedro now trailing by a little bit, and behind is Allen. So the top 6 today looks like they would be clear, and there's Pedro going off the track extremely wide and over the curbing. Picks up an invalidation, is going to get passed by Allen. The Canadian moves into P4. He's deploying all of his Tim Hortons coupons right now and trying to pull past the Williams. So, what an interesting opening for the moment right now. Wysai and Dungeon have absolutely gapped the rest of the field. These two, who I said are going to engage in shenanigans, definitely doing so on lap 2, as the rain is now going to start building up to 80% from 25. Slowdown! Is that a slowdown for Wysai? 3 seconds lost into the front stretch. You've got out at least another 1.5 seconds at a critical corner. Exit onto the straightaway. Not the place to lose. Not the place to pick up a penalty. Clam sets the fastest lap. Dungeon's gonna pull away. Opens the gap, and now Wysai has to contend with the McLaren and the Williams on lap 3. Oh my goodness. Chaos in Sochi. 2 DNFs. And everybody's all over the place. Dungeon simply surviving out front. By the way, so when the lights went out, I was going to say it's women's rights out, and away we go.
Oh.
But I couldn't see the lights, so I didn't do it.
Oh.
And here, it's women's rights out. My fault. Women in the workplace. If you watch RPM, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, Allen is going to take P2 for the moment as Pedro drops to P4. And look at the gap between these 3 fighting here, and then the next group of cars, which is going to be Ian and Zyro. Zyro, by the way, again, not racing within the last 3 weeks, looking like he can make something happen as he leads Clams and Crim's Moz, trailing behind down the straight. Why is Lightning falling all the way down the order to P8? Was it a slowdown, in fact, for the Williams? Oh, no! Something happens, that's for sure. Oh my. All the way down the order falls Lightning. He was looking strong. Dungeons crossed the line already, and Wysai still 2.8 down, now pulling away a little bit from Allen and Pedro. So he's got pace to contend with Dungeon. He just got the slowdown, and that is the difference as of this moment. Again, the rain will not let up until we have only like 10 laps to go, so you're in it for the long haul, and it's going to keep getting worse. So your braking point is consistently changing every single lap for these drivers, as Alan now losing out a little bit to Pedro, moving up into P3, makes the overtake through that sector, clearly in P3 now. But yeah, I mean, it's tricky out there with these braking points. You never know if you might be off by a millimeter, and that's potentially why we're seeing some of them run wide. If you're increasing the rain by 55% in 10 laps, that is a substantial, significant margin per lap that you're increasing by, and that can throw you off real quick. Dungeon Fanatics coping with it well out front, as he's 3 seconds up on YSI and put another quarter of a second on him through this segment of the lap. Now Pedro has put a bit of a gap to Alan, which is now a much further gap because he picked up a slowdown, and now Alan is sliding around like he's playing Tokyo Drift. What is going on with the McLaren? Oh dear, I'm glad I switched to that. Look, oh my god, the rear is sliding left and right. He's jackknifing out there. What is going on? Struggling in these conditions, and look at that. Again, the rear instability. It's like his rear tires are at 50% or something, but they're not. Just struggling with the rain. 10 seconds down now, the gap extending by a mile as YSI picked up a slowdown. The 1 second I looked away, and Pedro rockets up into P2. Now we'll have to chase down Dungeon, but the Swede also not coping well with the rain. So making it interesting for sure. These weather conditions is into the wall. I swear that was Alan, but it looks like he saved it. Oh, Zyro. That was Zyro into the wall as well. No, the McLeod was the one who was guilty. Zyro is going to lose multiple positions as he bends it into the wall. And it wasn't really anything else besides just overshooting his braking zone, struggling for grip, and now sideways and into the wall again. What is happening to McLaren? They think they're on slicks out there. Are they Ferrari? Like, what's happened? Anyway, Dungeon now leading by 5.3. Nobody else is comfortable in these conditions. Pedro is losing in every sector. Dungeon is giving Pedro belt to right now. I'm not even going to lie to you, Twin. Dungeon forced to come into the pits now. And here comes Pedro as well. Y-side boxing. So the leaders, all 4 of the front runners, all 5 of the front runners coming in for wet tires. It is miserable out there. And now Ian and Kogo also diving in. They kind of have to at this point. Clams as well. Will Crims come in, or does he stay out? Crims stays out. Zyro coming into the pits as well. So these drivers coming in for wets. You can gain some track position here by staying out on the inters, but it's just going to keep getting worse. So I don't understand why, if you've already heard over your radio from your team engineer that the cars on track are literally doing donuts, like, why wouldn't you have just boxed right there if all 6 of the cars in front of you just came in? Are we Ferrari under the VSC at Melbourne? Let me know. I hate to diss on Ferrari, but it's so truth. And we've already had a Ferrari DNF today. 3 DNFs, make it count. On lap 6, Dungeon out front by 5.5. YSI now trailing Pedro by 3. And there's Koga, who stayed out. Actually, no, he's already on the wet tires. He must have started on them. Now feeling the benefits of that, as he's up to P4, fighting alongside Alan and Clams right now for that P4 spot. Now, theoretically, Alan should pull away, but YSI, again, not optimal for the man that he even if he loses to Dungeon here today, he just needs to beat Pedro. That is the race. And if you bring it home 1 position under Pedro and he doesn't get the race win, which of course would extend the gap further, 2nd to 3rd's not as big of a gap, that is good damage limitation coming into Qatar. And of course, Sochi, one of YSI's maybe not weakest tracks on paper due to raw pace, but in terms of luck, 100%, he's got some work to do. Dungeon absolutely cooking the field. Pedro picked up a slowdown. YSI ever closer now, inside 2 seconds. Alan and Clams are side by side for P4. Here comes the Williams. The Red Bull. Oh my gosh, over the curbing, plenty of airtime. Maybe losing a couple tenths there on the exit. So Alan now rocketing up into a comfortable P4 position for the moment, as Clams getting a bad exit over the curbing. Even in the rain, the 25 car still wants to kill you, as Kogo goes over the curb there as well, struggling with conditions and overextending the braking point, fighting Ian right now for P6. Good battle there. Lightning falling all the way down to 8th after he looked very strong at the start of this race. Now he's 20 seconds down, and that's not what you want to see. Unfortunate for Williams and the constructors, because if he finishes at that position, that's going to be plus for Mercedes if 33 can recover. But what 33 really needs is a red flag, because I just looked and he is doing absolutely fucking awful. Respectfully, what is going on? Mercedes putting their car in P14, and 33, who was a great driver comparatively in the slicks, good pace, but struggling maybe more than anyone else, actually, that hasn't DNF'd so far in these conditions. Because, of course, Jose, it's kind of expected, you know? Audi, some of the lower runners, the results still matter towards the constructors, of course, but this is a great time to train your drivers in this type of conditions. Get them involved in a league racing scenario. That's why we don't really want to dog on drivers like XX for being all the way last in terms of cars still running on the grid, as Dungeon now clearing lap traffic. That is, who is that? What the hell? I don't know. Dungeon clearing an Audi. But yeah, it's a great learning curve experience as the rain is pouring down, because when you're in a race with 19 other people, it's a bit different than when you're doing hot laps in a race sim. You got no one else in front of you. Who was it? Well, it was 19 earlier, okay? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so Dungeon Fanatics on lap 8 has extended the gap to 10. Here comes Ysai. He needs to beat Pedro. This is the real race. 1 point in the championship. This could be the swing. And at the end of the season, we saw it with Verstappen in real life. If one incident doesn't happen, he could have won the championship. People will argue to the ends of the earth, if he doesn't hit Russell in Barcelona, that he could have made it happen. Well, now the gap is 1 point with only 2 races to follow. If he's gonna make it happen, it needs to be here at the track that has tormented him in PL23, in AWC, in so many different leagues, as they finally catch up to the rest of the lap traffic. The same driver that Dungeon passed, who is still unidentified, but we know is one of the Audis, and it is in fact Gemini, who's 2 laps down. I thought he DNF'd, but no, he's just that far down. Meanwhile, Pedro and Ysai fly past, and this is critical. Ysai needs to find a way past him. He's got plenty of laps to do it before the end of this race, but he needs to make it happen. Gemini into the wall, question mark, DNF! There's the DNF, and the commentator's curse strikes again. The 3rd DNF of the race. As soon as I talk about him bidding it into the wall, he actually makes it happen. Meanwhile, Ysai and Pedro fighting for P2, and the gap 3/10 between these 2 drivers. They've closed the gap to Dungeon by a little bit, potentially Dungeon making a mistake at some point, but not enough for a slowdown. Ysai still chasing down Pedro, but not able to find time in any of the corners to pull past. Again, remember, wet tires do not degrade that quickly, so this is truly down to driver skill. They also boxed on the same lap. It is completely down to your acclimatization, your adaptability in these changing weather conditions. The gap now extending to Dungeon, maybe feeling a little bit of the mentality differences, as apparently a 4th DNF registered, and I can't see who did it, but I know for a fact there was a car off.
It was 16.
But who is guilty? No, please. Well, it won't show on my screen. It really won't.
No, it was
So,
the guy.
I can't tell you who
it
did
was
it.
the guy who was in 16th place.
XX?
Yeah.
What? No! So, 4th DNF of the day is going to go to XX Mario, who was lapping with a 140. So, could he have gone for points today? Most likely not, but still unfortunate. As meanwhile, the race leaders are lapping a full 10 seconds faster. Dungeon Fanatics out front, 8.3 seconds. By the way, Ysai got past Pedro and I missed it, but he's up to P2. And man, this is the problem of, like, when I'm streaming to the stage and watching my PV, but I can't follow the YouTube one, like, at live timing, and there's a slowdown. Never mind. Ysai back into P3. All is right with the world. Not really. That is absolutely tragic for YSI. It could have happened at a worse spot, but still not optimal. Back down to P3 he goes, and Pedro shoots off into the distance again. He's got to claw that gap all the way back. Pray Pedro gets his own slowdown. Meanwhile, out front, Dungeon just dominating. Not really dominating, as it's only a 10-second gap, but enough to be comfortably in the lead, waiting for the change to slicks. Now what you have to pray for is 2 more DNFs. If you're Pedro and YSI, help you catch right back up to the Irishman out front, as Allen battling with 3 other cars right now in the midfield. This is the type of stuff we saw at China, as the leaders have absolutely fucked off into the distance. There is still a melee taking place in the midfield as Clams, Lightning, Ian, and Allen have a 4-car brawl. Now Ian's gonna lose out. Drops from P5, now down to 8th and out of the picture. 3 cars remain. It's a little bit of Left 4 Dead 2 going on here as they try to survive the downpour at Sochi. Clams running P5 now, under pressure from Lightning and Allen right behind. And car into the wall! That's Clams! His wing is still attached, you lucky bastard! But he's gonna fall down to P8, and now 2 cars remain in that battle. Lightning and Allen rocketing to P5 in a combined effort of simply keeping their cars glued to the track. All things considered, surprised they haven't started aquaplaning, but still, the 2 remaining cars of that 4-car fight now clear by a mile to their counterparts in the tomfoolery as Ian put himself into the wall behind, and now he's going to get passed by Clam. So, man, you want to race with some weird action, this might be the race for you. Clams now back up into P7, so now a duel of the fates between Ian and Clam, and a battle of the heroes between Lightning and Allen for P5. Da 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 da. And again, the 3 leaders are just absolutely fucked off into the distance. If nothing changes for the time being, we don't really have a reason to switch over to them, except for one thing and one thing only: the fact that YSI has caught all the way back up to Pedro. In fact, he's putting pressure on him on the exit. Can he make the overtake happen now through the sweeper? Back for P2 is the Swedish driver ahead into the braking zone. It looks like he is. He's very late on the brakes, and he's made the overtake. YSI gets past Pedro, and the order has swapped again. Now, did he pick up any invalidations? Looks like he's okay. So, YSI... Oh my gosh, Pedro sideways! Pedro sideways! Stopped on the track! This is terrible for Williams. Pedro lost so much time, he went sideways. Oh my god, the rear spun out from underneath him. YSI's gone. We don't know what the actual gap is. They haven't passed the timing board yet. Now 5 seconds between him and YSI. Just like that, the blink of an eye. And YSI's just driving down the road, making his way back to the front stretch. By the way, Dungeon all the way down the front straightaway and almost to turn 1. Oh my gosh, man. Great pace in the wets for him. The Rainmaster is with Porsche today. Man, that is terrible for Pedro. By the way, Kogo, shout out Kogo, has been holding on to P4 this whole time, doing a great job for the Aston Martin team. And is a podium in question? Maybe, if one of the top drivers makes a huge mistake or DNFs, which is very possible. But still, great drive nonetheless to have it running in 4th. And right now, Leroy and Allen, Crims apparently DNFing in the wall. He is. BMW has 2 incidents in the same sector, 1 fatal, 1 not, but Crims gets the short end of the stick. His BMW's in the wall. He is out. And there flies YSI past him, gives him the middle finger as he flies past, of course, and the Mercedes chasing down Dungeon. That is the 5th DNF. Sochi claiming everybody. So, Dungeon, wheel spin on the exit, still in the lead. Coco again holding P4, and Lightning has put a bit of a gap to Alan. They were very close. Alan lost time through the last lap. Now both of them catching up slowly to the Aston Martin in P4. Clams has kept a gap on Ian after Ian hit the wall, and he's extended it. So Ian runs 8th. Astra is running P9 right now for the Peugeot team, and 33 locks out the final 10th position right now with a 48.5 gap to Dungeon out front. So his teammate is outperforming him by 40 seconds as he looks to pick up a hypothetical toe on Astra here, the P9 driver. And out front, Dungeon again, still clear.
Hey,
Y-Side is now 7.5 seconds. What's up?
Crims wants to come up. Should we let him up?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Let me see. But 5 DNFs is insane.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Dungeon Fanatics out front, leading by 9 seconds. Pedro down to Y-Side by 7 seconds. That is the battle for the championship. I'll get you an estimation of what the points would be if they finished in this order between Y-Side and Pedro. If you win a race... 1 second. If you win a race, you go home, I do believe, with a maximum of... fucking, whatchamacallits. Well, it depends. You get points for qualifying as well. With the qualifying positions in mind, we'll have to pull it up at the end of the race. I swear to God, was that Zyro? That was Zyro. Zyro put it into the wall in Sector 1, but he is alive and breathing, but rolling very slow. Track hazard. Why? Oh my gosh! This madman is on softs! What? Why is Zyro on softs? He's drifting. Look at that boy. Man, get back on the track, Paul Walker. We have things to do, as he is getting passed by everybody and absolutely fishtailing and absolutely just ran into his teammate. Flying by is Alan. And it looks like they just kissed front wings there. Why is Zyro absolutely engaging in the shenanigans and tomfoolery? Running soft tires through Sector 1. Get this man off that track expeditiously. Meanwhile, Dungeon Fanatics out front, 8 seconds and closing now. The gap, Y-Side, moving in. Pedro, 19 seconds down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Slow down, Dungeon Fanatics. Cancel that. Gap under 5. Pedro, on the other hand, 15 seconds down the Y-Side, losing even more time. Lightning out front. But now, if Zyros hasn't technically DNF'd, I mean, he's technically on the track. Like, you can't take him off. He is technically racing. So there's 5, but if one other person DNFs, it would be a red flag. And that would reset this. Dungeon Fanatics leading by under 5 seconds now. Pedro 12 seconds down to Y-Side, gaining a bit of time back. Lightning has caught up to Kogo and made the overtake for P4, but it is still an undecided affair. The Aston Martin keeping his nose in. Alan is kind of just lost out here, and Ian's actually lost his position to 33. Huge battle of the mediocre going on right now. Car in the wall. I swear. Who was that? Wait a minute. Anyone know who is guilty of putting their car into the safety car? Bro. Get him off the track!
This guy's like...
Alan! Alan upside down! Alan upside down! Oh my gosh! No! He's gonna get caught by clamps. Here comes the Red Bull, looking to make a move. He's all the way back up to Alan. Huge mistake. Clamps. Oh, I thought he put it into the wall. He's okay though. Chasing down Alan now for P6. What a mistake from Alan. He absolutely blew over. It's like a NASCAR with no roof plates. What happened there? Oh my goodness. Heartbreak for the McLaren team. What is going on? One driver absolutely flipping and the other is out on fucking softs in 80% rain. Absolute retardation. Dungeon meanwhile. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Zyro's just gonna park it on the track. It's not a DNF. It's a retire. So don't count on this one, Andres. On lap 17. What is going on? Dungeon is out front. YSI is 7.3 down. He lost more time. Did he pick up a slowdown? Questionable. Looks like he did. 2 invalidations in sectors 2 and 3. Probably slowdown has re-extended the gap, and Pedro's 10 down to him. Lightning has cleared Kogo, and Allen is nowhere to be seen. Under pressure now from Clams. Allen diving into the pits as the rain is starting to clear out on lap 17. A bit earlier than some expected. You're still on the wet tires. You've got to bring it into the pits, and hopefully they didn't fuck up the amount of how quickly the weather was going to start returning back to normal, because if you make it too fast, then you're just fucking everybody up. But
Villanueva.
Dungeon out front.
Do you hear my dog?
I heard it a little bit. So, Dungeon and YSI going to probably box on this lap. Grim's being told to retire his car. So 4 DNFs and 1 retirement. Azaro is technically still on the track, but out of the way.
Isn't that crazy?
And YSI is now within 2 seconds? What?
6 seconds?
What happened? I looked away for once. Oh my god, YSI with a sick drift. Holy crap. Out of that. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Yo, we missed that.
Bro, 6'7".
But
boxing.
bro said I'm a RX-7 today, and and absolutely standing around that corner. Insane stuff.
I guess,
These drivers
bro.
now swapping
I guess.
to the intermediate tires. Enters it will be. The green comes on, and that does not mean
Bless
eco-friendly. The rubber is sourced from the Congo, which of course was colonized by Belgium, and they used to cut off people's hands if they weren't making enough
I don't
rubber.
think we're allowed to say that on stream.
Just a history lesson. Look up King Leopold II of Belgium, and look up Belgian Congo, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. YSI getting an insane amount of airtime over the curb. Kogo is going to move back up to P3 as Lightning boxed this lap for intermediate tires. Pedro on enters as well. Did he pick up a slowdown there? Potentially did. He's going way too slow on the exit, and I think he has. Meanwhile, out front, the battle for the lead between the Porsche and the Mercedes. Random history fact dropped. Yes, King Leopold. King Leopold actually was so pissed off that his dudes were cutting off the hands of the Congolese because he needed their hands to cut down more rubber trees. Because you got to keep in mind, this was at the start of the 20th century, and rubber was a big deal. Cars were coming into effect. Everything, right?
I swear
World
if
War
I
I
get
production.
recorded, I swear if I get flat.
Anyway, nerd stuff aside, YSI is continuing to chase down Dungeon, and Kogo is 8 seconds down. Picked up a slowdown this lap. Doesn't lose position, but it's going to lose time. He's still on the wets. Never mind, he didn't pick up a slowdown. He's just on wet tires when he doesn't need to be. He's losing time that way for sure, as everyone else is onto the inters, as the 2 leaders have just absolutely fucked off again, and Pedro is 17 seconds down to them.
Pedro! Oh, DRS is enabled now. So
Yep,
guys,
wings
if you
fly
would
over.
like
Clam
to use
sideways,
DRS,
clam sideways. There is a clam sideways in Sector 2. P6 driver now going to get passed by 33, who is coming full beans on the inters. Excuse me, sir. Let me slingshot past you like we're in Angry Birds. If I was an Angry Bird, I would be the yellow one. Chuck. 33 into P6. Then Clams runs wide behind him. Clams struggling now. Wets. Bad decision. Should have boxed last lap, stupid. Dungeon out front on lap 19. YSI now 1 second down in DRS range. Banking on not getting a slowdown here. So, look at the gaps between the field. The only battle right now is the battle of trash versus garbage for P11 between Allen and JCN. And the only other one that is of note for now is going to be between Dungeon and YSI. Let's take a look real quick. JCN and Allen. There we go. Allen's going to get past him now. Allen's running hard tires, planning to go to the end of this race, but I don't think that's a great idea. Now, if you come onto a dry track, it is possible that no one else DNFs, but we'll see, unless, of course, someone throws the game. Dungeon Fanatics under pressure from YSI, and they're both coming to the pits at the same time, and guess what? I think YSI picked up a slowdown right there on pit entry. If you're going to get it anywhere, that is the perfect place. So, YSI lost probably like half a second instead of 3.
Yo,
Into pit
Zyro
entry. It was not
crashed.
intentional.
Zyro crashed.
Who did?
Zyro.
Who did?
Zyro crashed.
He was sitting on blithering softs the whole time. He's
Oh,
already
it's a
been
red
out.
flag. We're gonna have a race
Oh,
restart.
I see what he did. He crashed himself on purpose to get back into the race. You think you're slick, don't you?
Oh,
Bro, you came
man.
out on softs in wet conditions. Like, DNF. DNF. What? Red flag should not have flown. That was a retire, not a DNF, Andres. But okay, whatever. So Dungeon's race lead neutralized. Now, of course, Y-Side was right there, so they were neck and neck. You're going to have 13 or 14 lap shootout here to the end on full dries now. So, really, what was the point of the wet stint? I mean, like, maybe it's the point is to swap around the order, but all you've done is cause 6 DNFs, and suddenly the top 2 that were expected to compete today are still out front. Now, it does bring Pedro and Lightning back into the picture. And by the way, one great thing is for 33. 33 is going to be loving this as back onto the dries. He's got a really good chance to make up some spots for that constructors. But he's got to catch at least Lightning here, and Y-Side needs to finish ahead of Pedro. So the grid is going to have to reform. Bunch of drivers coming out of the pits right now. We'll see what happens. Dungeon leading the race. Y-Side there as well. Kogo on for his first podium in PFL. I do believe so, unless he's changed his username and he's someone else that I've never heard of. But for now, strong pace from this Aston Martin driver, and this is another week where a driver we don't normally see looking to put himself on the podium, and you can't even hand it to conditions or DNFs here, but we still got a lot of the great drivers in the mix. It really is just down to driver skill right now, and he's doing a great job. Dungeon Fanatics and Y-Side still in the front row, and there's the Williams behind, 33 lining up as well. So positions for the restart are as follows. Dungeon and Y-Side, of course, Kogo running P3, and Pedro is going to start 4th. Lightning running P5 when the red flag flew, and Asher is running P6. Clams, Allen, 33, and Ian. So the 4 culprits from earlier with that insane midfield fight, reminiscent of Haas and Alpine, of course, from a couple weeks ago. They are back together and probably looking to throw hands once again. This is going to be an interesting 13-lap shootout to the end of this race. I don't want other people on stage. Get the fuck off. Thank you.
Damn.
I will have people up here that I want to have. It's going to be a 13-lap sprint. That includes you, Lunar.
13 laps.
With 13 laps to go. Bro, go away! Anyway. With 13 laps to go, who is going to win? I don't know. Do you know? Mate, I'm owner. Are you actually going to talk, though? Bro's just sitting up here to sit up here. Lunar, respectively, I do not want you to talk over me while I'm commentating right now.
All right, who's ready to go green?
Andres can have a say in that, because me commentator.
I'm ready to go green. Oh, he said your opinion doesn't matter.
Your opinion doesn't matter. Bro thinks I'm gonna give him my F1 TV account if he's talking like that to me. That's crazy.
Why is
Bro,
the transfer
the attitude is insane from you. You're just like this one girl that was in my 6th grade class. Actually, I will not tell that story. There's 17 dudes here.
Get the fuck out of my face, little bro. Anyways.
Lunar, I will check, just so you know, after this race. I think I still have 2 devices I can add to the account.
Whoa.
But you will behave yourself. And then maybe I will give it to you. I don't know, though. I don't remember how many accounts I have on there at the moment.
Wait, you have multiple?
Bro, Tim had such a good start. Went from P19 to P... Then a bump rail. That's Sochi for you. That's Sochi for you.
Oh, USTA is going back to P9. Are we surprised?
Rough day, huh, Chucky?
Is everyone ready?
So 13 lap sprint. Yeah. Fernando Alonso is sitting on the grid, by the way. I thought I would point that out. I hate that at Sochi, when you're trying to get the lights out shot, it is almost impossible to get a picture from the front line here
Exactly.
as soon as you stop looking at a driver. So I'm moving my camera all the way to the right, and there we have the lights, guys. So this is gonna be an interesting camera angle that we don't normally see
Look on stream. Look
to
on
watch
stream.
the lights go out.
Look on the stream.
I can see it on the stream. I'm talking about it for the people in the stage. The 18 people in this audience. This is not an angle you'll normally see for a race start, but we're gonna run it anyway. For about approximately 0.2 of a second, of course.
All right.
Now, let's talk about this. Dungeon on P1. Can he hold on slicks? That is a great question. You've been on rainy tires all day, different levels of rain, and he cleared the rest of the field by being consistent, but now the playing field much more even. You train for this type of race, for these 13 lap sprints. Everyone's going to be on softs here or mediums. Look at the tire selection. Looks like mediums for these guys. My point is you can make softs last 13 laps, but you're not going to box twice. So mediums is the call. Mediums is the call for 13 laps.
See, but look, as soon as they like pass the line, then you can click shift and then you
I
can-
will.
All right, here we
So,
go.
with 3, 4, 5 red lights, it's women's rights out, and away we go. Cross the line. Dungeon Fanatics and Y-Side, the front row. Hold on. Now here comes Kogo running P3 at the start, and now immediately under attack. 2 Williams in the mix, and 33 had a great start. 33 up into the mix. Oh my goodness, coming away from the line, one of the Mercedes. Oh, thankfully it was not Y-Side, but 33 with a ton of airtime over the turn 1 curbing. That really unsettled this car, but he's held on. So, oh my gosh, Alan's bidding again. He is as well. 2 cars upside down. What? What a race restart, and there's a front ring on the track that doesn't belong to either driver, so who just lost a wing? And the one Aston Martin already so far back as well. That's Crims Moss. Out front, Dungeon Fanatics and Y-Side. In through Sector 2, side by side. 33 up into P3. This is the slick pace I was talking about. He can put pedal to the metal. He can make that car go around the corners when he is on a dry track, and he can put a nail in the coffin for this race in specific to Williams if he holds on. But the combined attack of Lero and Pedro behind, they are hounding him. They are coming after him like a pack of wolves. Even if there's just 2 of them, 2 U-boats can easily sink an outright merchant vessel as Whiteside moves into the lead against Dungeon out front. And that is Erling Haaland himself leading the race as Dungeon Fanatics continues to pursue. Suspect 1080 fleeing. Suspect is 1020 reckless driving. Cite this man as Y-Side has been reckless, leader on the brakes than anybody on the slick tires around here, and it's paying off for him. Now showing the door to Dungeon Fanatics for the time being, but Dungeon gets 200s back through that sector. Here comes Dungeon Fanatics. No gap between the leaders. Lap 2 of 13, and they're already gapping the rest of the field. Lightning pulls it past 33. Pedro still got work to do all over the back of that Mercedes. Jose has fallen off a little bit. Oh my God, Aston Martin in the wall. Which one?
No.
Crims Moss. Crims in the wall, another DNF. Y-Side out front, chased down by Dungeon Fanatics. Half a second now, extending the gap through Sector 2. The 2 leaders, Lightning in the background as well, threatening. One slowdown and he's in the mix. 33 running P4. Pedro's not getting past him that easy. DRS enabled coming to the line. Lap 3 of 13. 11 racing laps to go. Y-Side in the lead. How far back is Dungeon? 7 tenths. 7 tenths. The Mercedes driver turns on the afterburner. Pedro logs a 122.83. We're in for a great finish here as now dry tires finally Are they over the curbing cleanly? The top 5 are at least, and that's really all that matters. As it's 2 Mercedes, 2 Williams, and a Porsche driver involved for the win, and for more than that, championship on the line. What are you gonna do? Can 33 step on it? If he can hold Pedro behind, it's still a net positive for Mercedes. Can they make it happen? Dungeon losing a bit of time. Y-size pace on the mediums is electric. Lightning also in the background, gapping his teammate in 33 right now, extending that gap. But he's got a big gap in front of him to close back up to the 2 leaders. Kogo's fallen down to P6, a terrible restart for him. And maybe he was a master in the rain, shades of Lance Stroll, and now back on the slicks, all that pace is starting to disappear from him. Y-Sai and Dungeon out front, and Dungeon closing in a little bit again. Wing will fly open down the front stretch. This is what we live for. This is epic racing. Crossing the line, fastest lap Dungeon. Can he get back in the mix? Wing flies open. Run into turn 1. Here comes Dungeon and Y-Side. They've got to get through clean. You're balancing everything. You're balancing risks. You're balancing tire wear. You're getting used to the mediums after running on the wets all day. You're balancing ERS strategy, amount of warnings, everything on the line. There's so much to analyze and respond to. You don't have enough time. You just have to do it without thinking, and that is what separates the 2 drivers out front from the rest of the field. They are pure machines out front right now. The Porsche and the Mercedes flying past, and Kogo, I thought was in the wall, and Crimson just parked himself there instead. So I'm not sure if he's doing it on purpose, but he has spun multiple times, and the Aston now seems like he's off the track. Meanwhile, ChatGPT and Claude AI out front. At least that's how they're driving. If those AIs were trained to be the best racers in the world, because they are clear by 2 seconds and Lightning's not catching. 33 has cleared Pedro by 8 tenths. Pedro can't get by. Kogo's so far in the distance, it's like he's in Narnia right now. 8 seconds down, only 5 laps in. They're putting like 1.5 seconds a lap on these guys. Y-Sai and Dungeon out front. And Lero losing even more time. Now the gap over 3 seconds. There's Pedro finally putting pressure on 33. Can he make something happen? Again, he's a bit closer, but not enough for the time being. I swear to God, why is Dungeon Fanatics? Dungeon's upside down! Oh my God! Oh my God! Goodbye, race win! Oh my... In us... Man, what do I even say? Okay, context is required. Today, Dungeon Fanatics was on pace with Sought in PO23. He was challenging for the race win. He disconnects. Then the race restarted. Dungeon comes right back at him again. Then he disconnects a second time. So it qualifies him as a DNF. Now in a race where he... What the f... What the f... What? Ah! What? Dungeon Fanatics! What?
What?
Did you see that? Did you see that? Let me know. Was that... Did you catch that on stream, Chase?
Yes, no, not the moment.
I can't say a word. Oh my gosh. Bro. The racing gods today have just said, this man deserves nothing good in life. Take everything away from him. Oh my gosh, ban me. Okay, Y-Sai on course to win this race with Lightning inside 2 seconds, and 33 there as well. So now Mercedes in a great position, the Porsche out of the picture. Oh my gosh, Pedro's wide. Pedro picks up a slowdown. Oh, goodbye podium chances. Here comes Kogo. Oh my gosh, what happened? What a race restart. And now 33 could get Lightning here. This could be a 1-2 lockout for Mercedes. It's that slick pace that he needed. Can he make it happen is the question. Front wing still. Oh my gosh, he's just... I'm sorry. Okay. Black side out front. 1.5 seconds right now between Lightning and Y-Sai and 33. chasing. Oh my gosh, by half a second.
God, is
To lightning right now. I can't breathe.
bro.
And I'm not from Minnesota. What type of reference
Oh,
is that?
wow.
Wi-Fi coming to the front stretch to start lap 7. What a Grand Prix we are in for. What a finish indeed. 33 will get the wing open. Pedro is off in the distance. He's been deported back to Mexico.
Oh.
33's got to catch Leroy here, though. Mercedes needs this for the constructors. Wi-Fi is set up beautifully to extend against Pedro in the championship with 2 races to go. But there's still the team element of it. 33 needs to get by.
Exactly.
I have nothing against Mexican people. I'm an immigrant myself. But 33 does need to catch, and he's not doing it right now. He's fallen down to a full second behind. So the rest of the field, not aware of what's been going on up front, but the 2 Red Bulls are absolutely duking it out right now alongside Allen, who has lost that position. He's going to be down to at least P8, maybe P9 here. So
Yeah, let's
3-car battle right now, heading in for
We should
P7.
do-
JCN chilling in 6th,
Villanueva, we should do
crossing the grave of dungeon.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, bro, we should do a silent tribute to Dungeon. All right, ready?
One of these days. Yeah.
Stay silent for 10 seconds.
Wait. I have to break it. Hold on. All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're anyway. Leroy at 33, fighting with 6 racing laps to go. 5.5 when they make it through these couple of corners. Can 33 get the job done? Can he pull ahead? In fact, could Kogo even catch Pedro? Not likely, but always possible if Pedro is going to pick up a slowdown. Is he though? Is he though? Does he know?
Does he
Wide
know?
side comfortably in the lead.
Yikes.
That man, what a race.
Yeah.
All right.
What a beautiful Russian Grand Prix.
33 is so close right now. This is the fight we really have to pay attention to, even though the midfield is still fighting the battle of trash versus garbage. MP3. It is an insane fight right now. Anyone have the trash versus garbage? Oh my gosh, Alan! And in the battle of trash versus garbage, we have definitely found out who is a bit more of both, as Alan has flipped for the 3rd time today. He's trying to be an airplane, but he might be a Boeing 737 MAX before they talked about the MCAS system, because he has absolutely stalled out 3 different times and flipped 180 degrees upside down. Bro thought it was opposite day, but I'm telling you, the wheels are supposed to be glued to the track, not the air above you. Okay? So, Alan is all the way down to P10. What is going on with McLaren today? What an interesting day. One driver is absolutely
they're saying-
fumbling, and the other has gone out and pretended it's Tokyo Drift.
They're saying it's a
like he
pit
was on an
glitch.
ice skating rink. What's up?
They're saying there's a pit glitch.
Pit glitch?
Yeah, look in the chat. They're saying there's a pit glitch
For who?
in the VC chat.
For Alan, I don't think he needs to be penalized. I think it's okay.
My God, Alan.
Look.
What is he doing now?
I think it's okay. Don't. It's fine. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Yo, this guy like
It's what is going on? Oh my gosh!
Yo,
What?
This guy.
What? Stop! Stop! I'm too young. Jeffrey. Sorry.
This guy. Yo, clip
Man,
it,
the
clip it,
the
clip
flying
it, clip
Doritos in
it,
session.
bro.
Someone call Area 51. Did they lose a UFO?
Clip
We gotta
it.
get back to the
Yo,
fun, bro. I
someone
can't
clip
lie.
it. I mean, it's gonna get clipped in stream, but like, actually, like, yo, this is funny.
What is going on? What a great race. YSI just has just absolutely held on to it out front, and meanwhile shenanigans ensue behind. But Leroy is clear of 33 by a second unless he can gain it back within the next 3 racing laps when they come to the line, and Pedro's got no chance right now. Unless 33 gets a slowdown, then he does. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's not guaranteed. YSI could bin it in turn 1. Just like that, he loses in DNFs.
Oh,
Trust me, it's happened. And it can happen to anybody. But for now, he's hanging on, and he's leading, commanding lead at the moment. 3 seconds up. Dungeon, of course, out of the race and into the wall and in astounding fashion. It looked like he was trying to lift off like he's one of those old Wright Flyers or something. But tell bro that this is the wrong sport, okay? Not Red Bull Air Race. He's got to keep it on the ground. And YSide crosses the line to start with 3 laps to go on lap 11 here. 3 racing laps. And Lightning cleared 33 right now by second, 0.1. That'll be a second again following the DRS straight. So can 33 pick up 1 second of pace as he goes over the curbing? And that is not looking likely if he keeps driving like that. Someone call your grandma. She could probably drive better than 33 right now on those tires.
Damn.
What? I'm so sorry, 33. It's a great pace from him. This would be a great result to bring it home in front of Pedro, who is a great pace setter, leading the championship. But for the constructors, just getting that second would help a little bit more. I think Mercedes will be almost equal on points with Williams if they finish in this order, because of course P1 helps a lot more than P2 and 4. 1 and 3 is better, but you would want to bring it home front 2 positions on the podium if possible. Can 33 get it done? That is the question. YSI off into the distance, and 33 is a bit closer, now inside 7/10. This is the battle for P2. This is the battle for the constructors. Make it happen, buddy. Or does Lightning hold on? This is one of the first races we've really seen him around this track, around this circuit, and in this league. Full competing, no issues today. Nothing like what happened in Mexico, and he has put pedal to the metal. Bringing it home P2 for now, unless 33 can change something here. But again, the gap is the same at the start of this lap with only 2 to go, and Alan is just, bro's just a monolith. Like, man, he's a monument to the fallen soldiers of Sochi. Not the Russians, of course. The drivers.
Yeah, he's still flying up.
No offense to Russia, by the way. What a great 2-week military operation, huh? Americans can relate. Meanwhile, YSI out front by 4 seconds. This has been almost a restart of dreams for him. He's just kind of went into the lead. Dungeon decided to absolutely bin it, and he's been smooth sailing ever since. Bro's on his sailboat right now in the Maldives. In fact, he's out there right now fishing for bluefin tuna with his buddies, drinking vodka. So, and they're probably blasting Teenage Dream by Katy Perry as, I mean, it's just a party up in Mercedes Town right now. Like, man, great getaway for him, and he's going to bring home this victory with 1 lap to go as Lightning looks like is going to hold on. 33 not closing. In fact, the gap extending by 3/10 through this lap. Pedro will not catch. Pedro's going to bring it home P4. Kogo 21 seconds behind. Not sure what happened to him. He ended up in a different area code after running 3rd for a considerable portion of the race, if not 4th. Looking strong in JCN, another 10 seconds behind him. So, man, 42 seconds down the YSI. 42 seconds, hands down, is all I need. But YSI on the final lap is on pace to win this race. Pause. What did he say? Oh my gosh, did he lose stability? No, he's okay. The Swedish driver is going to take the lead in the championship with a very, very convincing drive. Sochi, the track that has bitten his ass in every single league for so long, now he gets a little bit of revenge. Says, come here, good boy. Let me put a collar around your neck and leash you. Show you who's your daddy, says YSIRB. What is this commentary? Lap 13, after we switched from the red flag to softs, dries, slicks, whatever you want to call it, and now YSI, with just a couple of corners to go, is going to win in Sochi. 33 will not catch Lightning. It's going to be a great result for him. Pedro's gonna bring it home. 4th dungeon. What could have been? Alan absolutely flipped. So many interesting crashes. The BMW shenanigans. Everybody having a little bit of fun, a little bit of chaos. But the man that's gonna survive the chaos today is Ysai. Retakes the lead in the championship, wins the Russian Grand Prix, and behind him, Lightning brings it home 2nd, 33 with the final podium spot. Good day for Mercedes. Constructors, championship back on. Pedro brings it home P4. Kogo coming to the line, gonna take us home in P5. There's your top 5. Ysai wins in Sochi. JCN bringing it home in front of his teammate Astra right now. The Peugeots are gonna get 6-7, and Kylie is gonna finish on the winning lap, but 50 seconds down. He's gonna bring it home 8th, and Clarence technically should be 9th. And man, from 19 cars on the grid down to under 10.
Guys, let's just look at Alan.
What did we
for a
witness?
second. Let's just look at Alan for a second.
This will go down in history as one of the races of all time. One of the
greatest.
races of all time. For sure.
Look in the stream. Let's just
Wow.
let's just like, like really magnify this. So for the outro, and he's still turning.
Yo, that dungeon. Oh my god, bro.
I don't know
I
what
couldn't keep my
happened.
composure. I'm sorry. That was so funny.
Is he still in the wall?
Quite the race.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. High
That
speed.
is- Hello, yes, I'm here now.
Man. Now, legally, I can't commentate like that in AWC, but here I can do that. Quite the race that we have witnessed.
Yeah.
Hello, Ysai. Congratulations. I don't know, is it?
I'm still spinning.
Hello.
I wish I could have raced. Maybe I could have gone P1, honestly.
Guys, let's
With
just.
the amount of mistakes everyone was doing, like, why Ty? Come on, why did you get a slowdown? You almost let Lightning overtake you. Come on.
Hold up, I'm gonna
When?
join back.
This is not the Ysai. I know.
When?
Let's
When?
just. Oh, wait a minute. Why is there another McLaren
Buddy,
back
he was
here?
like 2 seconds behind you at one time, bro.
Dog, I was catching dungeon by like a second a lap for a while there.
Wait,
Okay,
look
but-
on this. Look on the stream, Villanova.
Yes. Yes. Please. Okay.
There's a wait. There's a McLaren
Ysai-
behind dungeon, behind the wall.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't really matter anymore. It was Zyro.
Yo, can
Wysai, you
everyone
take
just
the
join
win.
Me in the wall? Can everyone just join me?
Ysai takes the
Let's
win
just make a
in
crash wall. Let's
Sochi.
just make a crash wall.
Do you have anything to say, Ysai, about the race? Like at all?
No, no, it's
Okay.
like no.
What about you, Lightning?
No commentary, bitches.
No commentary. All right.
Hold up, I'm getting
33.
momentum.
It was a good result for you. P3. I was kind of dogging on you, but you were able to pull off
Yo,
a
guys,
very
this
good
is new
result once
tech.
you switched to the slicks.
I'm learning new tech right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Any comments from you?
No. Thank you.
All right,
All right.
Ville.
That was the top 3. That was the podium.
So, would you like to do the outro?
Oh my
Yeah, I'll do
god,
it.
yes. Oh my god. Yo, Sev, look at me.
Wait.
Spin.
Guys, for the outro, hold on. I want to bring anybody that is willing to say something controversial to send us off after I summarize the race. Please put your hand up, and I will bring you onto the stage. And then when I cue you, I want you to say a word. I'll tell you what it is. But all right. So if you want to come up, here's your chance.
That throws a
No. All right. Okay.
No, let's
Uh-huh.
all say.
No. Because
Okay.
we're still streaming, and I don't want YouTube to flag this.
What if we
Yes, guys,
dissed?
I'm using
What if we?
Solara. I'm sorry, I'm using Solara.
Mhm.
Yo,
This
Okay.
is why I'm flight hacking, you know, I'm about to spin
Okay,
about
okay,
the
great,
whole
okay.
track.
So,
Yeah.
What if we all said glory to Benjamin Netanyahu at the end?
What?
I'm serious.
No, let's
If we all
all
said-
glory the Mossad. Let's all glory the Mossad.
No, let's say glory to Israel, guys. Let's-
No.
All right, ready? 3,
No, no,
2.
no, no.
Oh, wait, no,
One.
wait.
Okay.
Okay, right. So we're gonna say glory to Israel. Let me do the actual outro. Here we go. Ready? All right.
Can I be in the outro?
Yes.
Yes, but don't talk immediately, please. All right, here we go. Okay. An interesting race at Sochi Autodrom has been followed up by controversy. Multiple drivers ending up as monuments. Alan and Dungeon, notable examples. We had Tokyo drifting. We had 180s. We had flips. We had people defying the laws of gravity, as you still see in front of you. And at the end of the day, Mercedes is going to bring home the points haul. Y-side back into the lead of the championship. And if he has anything to say, that would be a hint to who gave him this win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Glory to
Glory
Israel!
to Israel!
All right.
Thank you, Netanyahu.
All right, thank you guys for
What a
watching.
race.
All right, bro.
Next week in Qatar.
Thank you for watching this VBS broadcast. We'll see you next weekend for the PWRC and the beautiful Qatar Grand Prix. Maybe even some inaugural championship action. Thank you.
I am really